kind of all I have to say about that. It's a great documentary, The Momentum Generation. It is really cool, you know? It's such a unique job to have professional surfer. You know, it is a very interesting thing to do. I'm not a surfer. And I don't know anyone who surfs, you know, because I tend to usually only talk to people that have brain cells. So I don't really speak to people that surf. And I mean, it's a very impressive athletic feat, but these are not the brightest people. They are just not. It's the reality. They stand on a board and, you know, surf on a wave. It's great. But, you know, a surfer's never said something where you've went, wow. You know what I mean? Unless it was you were like, wow, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. How are you that dumb? But it's fascinating. It's fascinating to just give your entire life to something like those guys did. That's what's great about the documentary. That's kind of where it overlaps with comedy, you know? Not in the sense that we all respect each other's talent and enjoy each other's presence, but in the sense that, for lack of a better word, some of us, many of us, we have dedicated our lives to a thing, right? We just got good at one thing. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, you have your entire life and you just get good at one thing. You know, these surfers got really great at one thing. They woke up in the morning surfing. They go to bed at night fucking, you know, spitting up salt water. It's everything they did in their entire life. Everything they ate. Everything they did. Every workout they did. Every relationship they had. Every friendship, it was all fit around surfing. That is similar to comedy in the sense that when you get in, you go all in. You go head first. And then if it works, and that's a big if, okay? If it works, it rearranges your entire life, where you live, who you're friends with, you know, your habits, what you do every day, because you have to do it all the fucking time. So it's interesting watching that. It's like any sport if you're very good at it. It's a culture as well as it's, you know, something to spend every day doing. And it was just interesting watching that. I don't believe the healthiest way to live life is that way, by the way. I don't believe that but to have a balanced life is, you know, the antithesis of what I just explained, you know? When you are dedicated to something, you cannot have any type of balanced life. You can't. You got to decide how much you love that thing, how much you need to be a part of that thing. And it was interesting watching that documentary because you could see that there are these people that spent their entire lives and it defined their lives. And like they'll never be more at home than when they're on that surfboard in the water. That's where they live. It's truly where they live, like a comic being on stage, or that's where they live. And like most people don't have that kind of passion. They don't have that kind of passion. Or if they do, they're not good at it. And when you see all these people on Twitter complaining about how bad everything is, you realize that like many of them don't even want to be comedians. They don't even get it. They just want something, right? They want that community. They want something. Like, I guess there were guys in generation like that crew that would just get out in the ocean and like not even get up on the board. And like, after a while, you'd imagine that those people would leave the beach. They'd just leave. Like, you know, they'd go have a California burrito and figure something else out. But in the entertainment business, you know, not everybody leaves. A lot of people stay. They stay, and they're angry, and they don't want to do it. Like, most of them don't even want to do it. They just want to have somebody needs to tell them they're good at something. Most people aren't good at anything. I don't know what to tell you. You're not good at something. A lot of people waste their lives trying to get good at something, and they still don't do it. And it's like, well, what'd you do that for? Why'd you waste your life? I mean, it's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
You get one life.
It's crazy.
What are you doing? Every indication is showing you that you shouldn't be on a stage telling jokes. And you're not going to get paid to do that. And whatever you thought this was going to be, it's not. And it doesn't matter. And they still just go, fuck it. I'm in. I'm in. When this quarantine ends, they will flood the clubs again.
Yeah.
After 3 months of no income, they will flood them again. They will just go in because they truly believe that now it'll work. Now it'll work when half the clubs are not even opening. They're not open. And, the rooms are socially distanced and people can't even sit next to each other. And, now it'll be, now I'm in. Now it's going to fit. The pieces are all going to fit together now. It's a crazy journey when you dedicate your life to something because there's the chance that you won't be good at it. And then there's a chance that you will be good at it. And it won't make you happy even if you're good at it, which is even worse. Many of these people don't realize even if they were good at it, they wouldn't be happy because that's not really where happiness comes from. The people that are doing comedy, it's like they're not doing it to be happy. They're trying to be happy, but it's not making them happy. Anyway, it's just what it is.